September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, a time to talk openly, break stigma, and understand the science behind what so many people silently face. One of the most important things to know is that suicidal thoughts are not simply about willpower or weakness. They're often the brain's response to trauma that literally rewires the brain. How does that work? When someone experiences trauma, especially repeated or unresolved trauma, the brain's alarm system, the amygdala, becomes overactive. It stays stuck in survival mode, constantly scanning for danger, and at the same time, the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for reasoning, planning, and hope for the future, becomes less active. So the part that helps us think clearly and imagine a better tomorrow goes offline, while the fear center goes into overdrive with the creation of a trauma loop. Add to that, the hippocampus, which stores memory, can actually be structurally damaged. Yes, that's right. Trauma can shrink the hippocampus and its ability to separate past from present, and it reacts as if danger is happening right now. And that's why people feel trapped, hopeless, or feel like there's no escape. And that hopelessness is what can fuel suicidal thoughts. So yes, it's not about someone wanting to die, it's often wanting the pain to stop. Understanding the neurobiology of trauma helps us have compassion and not judgment. And the good news is, healing is possible. There's no statute of limitations on trauma, and no matter how long a person suffered, they can always course correct. Trauma-informed therapy that engages both sides of the brain, which neuroscientists agree is imperative to healing trauma, is the only thing that will heal damage from trauma. Not coaching, not drugs. In fact, there are a lot of people with zero training calling themselves trauma-informed coaches. Beware, this can be very dangerous, not to mention highly unethical in the standards of the therapy field. But what's truly needed in the healing of trauma is an evidence-based, trauma-informed approach which incorporates both sides of the brain, and this is where Startup Art Therapy comes in, with our whole brain healing system that actually engages both sides of the brain and creates new neural networks from the bottom up and top down, restoring the brain to optimal functioning, calming the nervous system while rewiring the brain towards safety and hope. So if you're a coach or a school or a therapist wanting to be trained in the Startup Art Therapy whole brain healing system, or you're wanting healing, you can reach out at the link below to find out how to work with me. No one has to go through this alone. And if you or somebody you love is struggling, please reach out. Support is available here, and you can also dial 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline in the US. Let's remember, talking about suicide saves lives, and understanding trauma helps us heal.